Well, hello. I'm going to show you guys some shooting tips and tricks I learned by playing CS. Anyways, the standard gun I'm going to use is Vandal. Okay. Uh, you can start first with recoil actually. I've heard many people say that I emptied the whole magazine but I couldn't shoot him, or how did that not hit? So let's try to tackle recoil first. Um, it's better to shoot on this thingy here. I'm gonna stand here rather than here, so just here. And let's do eh, 10 seems fine. Okay, for understanding purpose we can say that this is first circle, second circle, third, fourth, and the fifth circle. Okay, so first I'm gonna do is just center my crosshair and just empty my whole magazine. Okay, clear again, and I'm gonna do this. Okay, and one more time. So what you see is a common spray pattern, is the gun slowly starts shooting, uh, upwards, and then takes a path here, then takes a path there. Uh, there's a little bit of RNG involved, but that's okay. This is actually special with Valorant. If you play CSGO, there is no RNG involved. The spray pattern will 100% be the same every time you shoot in CS. But in Valorant, they have put in a little bit of RNG. Okay. But we know that the overall spray pattern is something like this, then goes over here, then goes over here. Some guns would have a different spray pattern, but most of them will just keep shooting upwards. Okay, let's do one more. And so we don't want this, because obviously we are shooting nothing. We're shooting in the air. Let's try sitting or crouching actually, and then try to shoot. So now you see that crouching makes a bit of difference. See, when we were crouching, our shots are almost touching the fifth circle, but not like leaving the fifth circle. But if I am standing, they're all over inside the fifth circle. So crouching does make a little bit of difference. The other one is we need to compensate for this recoil. How do we compensate with this recoil? Is we actually try to compensate our aim with this one. So here's a compensating one. You see the difference? What I'm trying to do is I'm actually, as I'm holding my mouse, as I'm shooting, I'm trying to lower my mouse. Okay, so I'm basically trying to aim for the ground at this point. And this is how we are trying to compensate. You can compensate even further by crouching and then dynamically changing your aim. You see now our shots are much more aligned. Some people will crouch while they are shooting. So they'll start by standing actually, and then as the aim slowly starts to go up, they will crouch to compensate. It's up to you. Some people would, it's up to different people. Some people will dynamically adjust their aim, some people will crouch, some people do both. That's one of the things. Okay. Uh, that's pretty much for recoil. Okay. In order to do actually, you shouldn't hold your mouse for more than 5 bullets. What you want to do is spray. Just tap a burst. All you need is a burst like this. This is all you need. If you're just gonna hold it, you see, nothing happens. That's why. We can try strafing. I don't know how many people know strafe shooting is shooting while we move. Okay, now there's a concept of first bullet accuracy in most games. First bullet accuracy meaning that the first bullet you shoot will have a 100% accuracy. Okay, in this case you can see the first bullet I shoot, oh, will have 100% accuracy. The second bullet will not have 100% accuracy. Maybe 90, maybe 95, depends on the gun and the distance. Um, so shooting obviously while crouching makes your aim much better. Standing kind of makes it worse. What makes it even more worse is while you're moving. Now I'm gonna move left and right, and you're gonna see my crosshair here, and you're gonna figure out where. I'm not gonna figure out, but just see where the first bullet lands. You see, it doesn't actually land where I want. Sometimes it's lower, sometimes all the way to the left, sometimes it's higher. So obviously shooting while moving is a very bad option. Okay, but what we can do is all first person character programming is done when we are holding our keys, A or D or any of our movement keys. Okay, our aim will improve as soon as we let go of those keys. Okay, now in programming, whenever we try to move a character, it's physics. It's based through physics. The movement is using physics. So now when I'm holding D and I release, the character doesn't stop immediately. There is a fade off. Okay, it takes a while for the character to come to rest. During that time, that small duration is when your shooting accuracy is really high. So that's called a strafe. Okay, well, strafe does have other meanings as well, but here's what I'm going to give you an example of a strafe shooting is. Okay, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move left and right. I'm not going to move my mouse. Okay, my mouse is going to be center. I'm going to hit a shot here and hit a shot there. Okay, okay. And now in this case I'm doing strafe shooting. What I'm trying to do is when I come here, I don't shoot immediately. I'll release my, so let's say I'm here. Okay, I move right holding D. When I release D, that's when I take the shot, and then immediately press A. When I press A and when I release A, I take the shot and then immediately press D. That's what you gotta do. That's the strafe shooting. You see, now even though we are moving, our shots are holding accuracy. Okay, and we are not stopping actually. If it's not done incorrectly, you'll see it's really hard for me to do incorrectly, but yeah, you can see because I'm used to strafing now, but you can see how those shots miss. I'm trying to like force an error on me, so that's how strafe shooting is. So try to use more strafe shooting, will drastically improve your accuracy, but don't do strafe shooting or don't practice strafing for more than 5 minutes. It will cause your wrist to pain, honestly. um, Two other things we can do is how do you approach a corner. Okay, okay, let's say our center of thing, or like someone's over here, okay, and we are coming in through here. Okay, now most people, what I've seen is how they approach a corner or something is they will they will come in here, and then they will see if the corner is safe or not. If the enemy is actually standing here and this was our position, this is how some people approach corner. No, what you're doing is you're spending all this time to actually move your mouse from here to here. Don't do that. You're wasting a lot of time, and that time you're actually probably going to be shot. In order to approach a corner or anywhere you or wherever you move, you need to move your mouse accordingly. So this is how typically I see people moving in is, okay, no, your crosshair should always be in the center. Okay, notice this this thing is my protection currently, because this is what's gonna hold me from revealing myself. So always hold your mouse to the center of this thing, and then you slowly approach thing, because now you see that it takes very less time for me to actually take a shot if someone's here. Okay, one other thing is, okay, if you see that the person is here, and then you say, let's say you fall back, but you still want to take the shot. I've seen people do, they'll usually hold crouch and then slowly come in with shift or just crouching. Yeah, don't do that, because the slower you arrive, the more time you're giving the enemy to adjust their crosshair and take a shot on you. Instead, what we're gonna do is, some games call it jiggle peek, some games call it sneak peek, some games call it quick peek, some games just call it peek. Is you gotta peek. Okay, you're not gonna hold shift, but what you're gonna do is you just tap A D and slowly start moving in. Okay, and if you think that there's a person, then that's how you're gonna take a shot. This is where the strafing mechanic actually comes to use. Uh, I think there's one last thing is probably um, how to position yourself actually on a corner. Um, let's say the enemy is right here, okay, right in the center of this arch. Um, you're given two options. You can either take a shot from here or take a shot from here. Okay, the best possible way to take a shot is not from this side, but actually from this side. Why? Now let's approach. Let's see. Our gun is in our right hand. If I'm taking a shot from here, I'm just revealing part of my body. But if I'm taking a shot from here, I need to reveal almost my entire body and then take a shot. So you see that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of difference as well. Because taking a shot, if I'm holding a corner, this is probably a good position for me to hold a corner because I'm not revealing my whole body. But if I'm holding, let's say, this shot, I need to reveal my whole body in this case. So I guess that's it. That's all the tips I guess I have. Bye.